Hi there. We're live. We're doing a set review.
Set review. It's been a little. I can't believe we're finally getting to Battle for Power. It felt like it was going to come so much sooner, but now it's here and it's here.
Yep. That hopefully means that in 3 months we'll be back to do Blood Omen.
Blood Omen.
Still feels weird to say without Kane in it, but I'll get over it.
Yep.
Took him a moment, people, but he knew what vampire I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are going to be doing a little outside of the standard order. Our plan tonight, we are doing the World Tour. The League of Nations, we are calling this match. We are doing Nightman, Swordman, Tengu Man, Turbo Man, Tomahawk Man, and Yamato Man. Those are our guaranteed tonight.
And flip it. Yay, flipped.
So let's get started with Nightman. I wanna read his stuff off. I like this man.
All right, and just for warning people, yes, we are very aware that I can bot. If I do bot, it is not my equipment. It is not my computer. It's just how my internet is. If I do during the reading of any of these cards, Jesse will pick it up, and then we will.
Yeah, but I'll read the first ones off. I'll do Nightman.
Okay.
All right. So Nightman. We've talked about this guy before because we saw his promo at from the Rochester 2K in Vegas. Death Earth Order 628. F once per turn. Your next slam or weapon attack gets plus X damage. X equals the highest printed difficulty of a card in your opponent's card pool. And then response, commit a foundation. After you block an attack, that attack does not clear from your opponent's card pool during the end phase.
All right, so the first question I have for you is, has this changed anything from the initial time it was revealed?
No.
Okay.
He was locked in from once that promo was shared.
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing really good synergy with Dimitri's stuff.
Yep. He's got some interesting plays with Dimitri. I really like him with King, KOF King support. Like sticking cards into their card pool and then choosing the best one to just crush them with. It's like, oh, like I want to go like block twice with him during your opponent, block 2 attacks during their turn, responds to his ability, go to my turn, play like somersault kick, put another card in their card pool, pop unquestionable loyalty. There's 5 cards in their card pool, and then go like tornado kick, and then a gigantic slam weapon that's just unblockable, and it's gonna be so much fun.
I'm looking forward to either seeing his stuff added to Bishamon or Bishamon stuff added to him.
Ooh, Bishamon, yeah. Order Bishamon might not be bad with him.
Right. If you can get away with playing the heavy asset route in this character, him with double is not Kubiori, but the 2/5 attack. Cards, and then making the second one harder to block.
Yep.
Or we will be looking at stuff down the road from Nightman, so it could be better. This is his official artwork, and over here is his promo artwork, which we saw here, the 8-bit Nightman.
Yep. All right, on to his first.
I do not like that death symbol alternate artwork.
It looks like Darth Vader or Skeletor. Skeletor, it looks like.
It's definitely not sassy enough to be Skeletor.
Then Taskmaster.
Works for me.
Yeah. All right. Flail and Shield. 1/5 +1 mid block. Unique weapon. Nightman symbols. F commit. Your opponent adds 1 card. That adds the top card of their deck to their momentum. Choose a card in their momentum and add it to their card pool face up. Nightman response. Card pool. After you block with this card, discard all cards played as blocks from your card pool and then draw 1. I like this card even not in Nightman.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about. That stuff could probably go in Bishamon.
Yep.
This goes really well with Nightman. I like the defensive capability of popping all the blocks and then drawing a card. Uh, you do not get to see what the momentum is, people. Please be aware of that. You just have to have a really good memory of what's what in the momentum when you choose.
Yeah, like you're just the best thing I could see with this is really cool is like activating this to get rid of an attack that like they have in their momentum. Like say like they're playing a lot of stuff that like Snake Man, for example. Like if I see Jeffrey Kahn, I'm going to use the example Sean said about this card. If I see Jeffrey Kahn sliding a card into his momentum, probably for a later grab back, I'm going to assume it's a Murakumo. It's something pretty big. And I'm going to go F commit, add a top card to his momentum, and then I'm going to drag that card and put it face up in his card pool. And I'm going to hope it's his Murakumo, and it'll be like, what's your plan now?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the block ability is really cool, too.
It is. I really, really like it.
Yeah, just like, it's a great defensive, like, it's a +1 mid, so you're just like, free cards in. I've blocked three times already. Block with this, too. Clear my card pool, draw a card. I'm like...
Doesn't... After you block with this card, discard all cards played as blocks from your card pool. I was trying to see if there was a way you could drag it down using something from Terry stuff, so you share symbols with Terry.
But it's a Nightman response.
But it's Nightman. No, I'm saying in Nightman, but play like Earth or Order to get Terry stuff in there. But you have to discard this card as well on top of the rest of the blocks.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be able to be dragged down and activate. So no, that's not worth it.
All right. Flail Strike. 4 difficulty, 3 control, +1 mid again. 2 high for 4 damage. Reversal, slam, weapon. E, if this attack is not blocked, choose a card in your opponent's card pool. That it does not clear from their card pool during the end phase. Another card just fits really well in his support. It's really good at a rare slot. There is a lot of characters I want to play with this card that are not Nightman. I kind of want to try this in a couple of decks. There's a lot of decks I want to try this in.
I would say the first and foremost I would want to play this in is a King Kick deck. Just a Tornado Kick 95 deck. Period.
Yeah, more like that. I think less King. I definitely have deck lists with King, and I'm like it's cool, but I definitely am thinking of other decks it can work with, and they're all there.
Definitely, this can definitely go into Dimitri.
Yep.
This can definitely go into Bishamon. I mean, the speed is merely poke speed, and they're going to block it, but...
I mean, I could see this in Dimitri, especially when a lot of like his big throws off of life rotate, and he's trying to figure out his design. Like on an Earth build of him, I could definitely see this later on being a Dimitri play.
Oh yeah, I mean, you get what's that card called? Darkness Master or something?
Oh yeah, the +2 damage.
Yeah, I mean, then this becomes you get 2 of those out. That becomes what? 2 high for 8. They have to block it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's very good, and it rolls a +1 mid block, which is just fantastic.
Yep. All right. On to my favorite attack, the only throw in the set, Night Crusher. It is a 5 difficulty 3 check +1 high block, 3 mid for 7, weapon, and combo is weapon. It has 2 combo E's, which is first time I've seen this. E, this attack gets throw for the rest of the turn. So if it's blocked, it still deals half damage. And second E is your opponent discards all cards from their card pool. This attack gets +3 damage for each card discarded. Whew. This thing can do damage.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I have a short list of ultra rares for this set that I'm like kind of gun ho to get my hands on. This is one of them.
Well, I mean, it's good that you say that because it looks like ultra rares are going to be much easier to pull this time around now that all the ultra rare characters have shifted down to become uncommons.
Yeah, and the other cool thing is per box there is one of your rares. you instead get in a foil character of either base, Mega Man 3 dot, or Dr. Wily 2 dot.
Oh, all three of them share alternate rarity.
Yeah, they're a one shot foil. I think that's cool. I think that's the perfect way if you want to do a foil character, like have it like one per box. Like it's not a big thing. They're characters. If you want to foil one, if he becomes your character, like if I really got into playing Dr. Wily 2 dot, probably I will want to get a hold of a foil version of him eventually.
Well, we know everybody's going to be going after the foil bases.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this attack. This is really cool. I'm unsure of who can play it beyond Nightman, but I definitely could see it like fitting in some decks for certain characters.
Again, I say Bishamon. We also got to remember that this only rotates just Red Horizon 1, right?
Yes. This when this set comes in, Red Horizon 1 rotates.
So for a very brief period of time, you also have Satoshi available to you.
Mm-hmm.
And since you always get the first E, there's no way they can interrupt you outside of a full-on revoke, which actually, yeah, revoke will still be legal. It will, won't it?
Yes. Or it revokes a promo. It'll be legal.
Okay, I was wondering promo legality. You'll have Satoshi for the weapons because he's order as well, I believe. You have, I believe, Earth Zoe's also weapon based. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, you know, I'm just going to keep saying Bishamon while we talk about him because everything can go together. And Bishamon does have that 3 difficulty attack where you can just poke, and then go into Night Crusher.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, this is card's great, good ultra rare. Speed is minimal at best.
But you really want a combo with this.
Yeah, you really want a combo. You really want to try, and if you can, get a combo that can boost the speed of this attack somehow. Maybe like the second card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they got something that does that that's got weapon on it. Next up,
we got Night Slam. This is a 5 difficulty 3 check +2 mid, 4 mid for 6 slam weapon. This deck gets +2 damage if there is a card in your opponent's card pool. This is a pretty solid common. Like, yeah, it's a 4 mid for 8.
I would say this is a very good start for a string.
Oh yeah, like if you go like they already have a card in their card pool, and you're just like play Night Slam +2 damage. You're like 4 mid for 8 lead. Like, yeah. It's good.
Really can't say anything too bad about it.
No, I really can't. It's a good common. Like the commons in this set, like attack wise, are really good. And like I are gonna like you can find ways to fill playability with them.
Okay. Next up,
1,000 duels. First foundation, 2/5 +3 high block. E, your turn, flip. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Add all revealed slam or weapon cards to your hand and discard the rest. I like this card. I like it specifically because he gets weapon cards.
you know what I just thought of for this card?
What?
This is in Shadow War Still and Extended, correct?
Yes, it is.
This is an Order Astrid deck.
You're like, flip, grab 2 attacks, go.
Or grab 2 foundations that have weapon too.
Yep, that's true. There is a few foundations with weapon out there. So this is not bad. I mean, they're in the new set. They're all really good. So I think this is good. This is a solid card. It'll see play.
It will.
Especially if there's ways people find ways to manipulate the top of their deck. It could get really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really want to try this in Heisenko off of Earth, and then like put it in my card pool. Use my ability, stack this attack on top, like stack an attack and a check, and then be like, play this attack, check. All right, activate this. Oh, I draw this attack that I put back on top, and I look at this, another attack I possibly hit. Like, just ways to sneak things back to my hand is a cool idea.
And, again, I'm going to keep sounding like a broken record, guys. I apologize, but I also see this goes really good in the asset-heavy Fishmon deck because this actually lets you grab high-end and Kita.
Yep.
Or any other asset that happens to be weapon-based. We have quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really, really good.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of surprised as good as it is with as much diversity as it can grab because it's looking for not just weapons but slams that this isn't a unique.
True.
So moving on.
All right. For Chivalry and Honor, this card actually moved down in rarity. This card was originally a rare. It was given out as a rare at Worlds this past year. It's now an uncommon, and I think it's even better as an uncommon. It's a 2/4 response flip. This is extended art, no blocks. Response flip. After your opponent plays an attack, its damage cannot be modified. This card's cool. I think this is a card that's been needed for a while now.
It is. I mean, we have very few cards that can negate responses. They are out there, but they're very far and few between.
Yep.
Being able to screw over someone's like big plan to like combo in stuff or to doesn't this also take care of like some of the bigger stuff like Trinity Geyser and
no, it stops Navos.
Mm-hmm.
Like they put first one with Navos, you're just like flip. Okay, what are you gonna do?
Stops all the Clark throw decks from being just monstrous throws.
Yeah. Stops Clark. It actually stops the it. I have to check how this works. I'm actually, if I think the layerings happen, yeah, they get applied before the stats get applied before this can respond, so it doesn't matter. I was gonna say it's really good against Dimitri, but it doesn't work because the statics apply first from his some of his cards that are in card pool. But I still think this card's really good. Like it's just like some opponents are gonna have to stare this card down and be like, I can't pump my attack.
But this is one of the very few 2/4s that I would say run a playset, either 2 in sideboard and 2 in main board, or how to do it, because looking at this card, this is going to completely shut off base, and we're going to see a lot of base. Yep. Because this doesn't prevent damage pump, this prevents all forms of modification, and since base is go down 1 to charge and then go up 3 to attack, he's just going to sit there as a lump.
Yep. It's good for that one attack. It just stops that one time where you really need it.
And with it having death, we still have access to Ashes stuff, which lets us pick up the flip copies to play again.
Yep.
So, great card.
Yep. Next one. The Mace Master. Says 0/5 weapon. E, your turn commit. Your slam or weapon attack gets +1 damage for each card in your opponent's card pool. This is a really good spam if you are playing slam and weapons. This is a great card.
Yeah.
Like, how many cards are in your card pool? All right, +3 damage. This card could be +3 damage on a consistent basis.
It's not. Lilith doesn't have, Lilith is Chaos Water and.
Yeah, Lilith doesn't have it. Doesn't have symbols for that.
That's right. I'm getting Lilith and Morgan mixed up. No, this is really, really good.
Oh yeah. Plus, it's as weapon keyword, which is really
like
good.
we were just talking about. There are weapon foundations out there.
Yep. Like this one, the next one. Respect for Yamato. 2/5 +3 high. E. It's a weapon. E, your turn, destroy. Your slam or weapon attack gets +4 damage. Only playable. Only playable if there's at least one card in your opponent's card pool. Damn. This card's. I like this card in. I have a Raiden deck I'm messing around with, and I love this card in it. Just like blow this up +4 damage on like my second attack because he blocked the first. I'm like, good luck. It's just free damage. It's great.
So my immediate thoughts on this is build a Wily weapon deck off of Death.
Mm-hmm.
Wily 1-dot, blow this up, get a free foundation.
You're like, oh, I got a card in your card pool. All right, blow this up, do this. Do like you just loop this card into aggressive. You can be really aggressive with this card.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Swordman. I'll take this one. Jesse can take Tengu Man because Jesse is jonesing for Tengu Man.
Yep.
So we moved from one Brit to another. I did a bit of digging in everybody's kind of personalities in the Mega Man wiki and the Mega Man comics. Nightman is confirmed British. Not much can be said other than he has a British accent. He adheres to the Code of the Knight. He has great chivalry and respect for his opponents. He just has a really big effing sword. So big, in fact, that his body actually has to be split in two with anti-gravity repulsors because the sword he wields is just that effing heavy. So he is a 627. He is... Are those Mitsurugi symbols?
I don't think so. I think he had life. He had all fire life.
Okay, so not quite Mitsurugi, so it's all fire order. A static ability of after a card in your opponent's staging area is committed due to your effects, ready this character.
Dumb.
Yeah, really, really good. And then enhance commit, discard one non-character card. Your non-throw attack gets plus X damage. X equals the discarded card's difficulty. If the discarded card was a weapon card, draw one card. So he has a potential small cycle engine. If you run him off of Fire Stun.
My plan is to play Dragon Flare and just throw Dragon Flares onto attacks.
Yeah.
I'm doing like, here's my attack. F discard dragon commit, discard a non-character card. All right, discard Dragon Flare +8 damage.
So the scary thing with Swordman is he can borrow into Nightman stuff. You can play a splash fire order deck.
Yep.
Get out Night Crusher, discard for his ability, then do the combo enhance and give it throw.
Yep. Oh yeah. Very much so.
Now, you'll be incredibly reaching if you try for that combo, but if you do...
I mean, you can play order and just be like, play order weapons, and you're just like, this, and you're like, play the crusher. You're like, do his ability +8 damage. Oh, now it's a throw. Oh, do this other effect. Like, you just make it just gigantic amount of damage. It's like 2 mid for 7, 2 mid for 18 throw. Oh, yeah. Okay, good game.
Really, really like him. I'm very glad because I believe he was originally an ultra rare.
Yes, his character was originally ultra. They did not change him from the old version, which is cool.
Well, they didn't really need to. He's good.
I think he's gonna be cool with the like a lot of foundations that trade on commitment. You're like oh, commit him to pass my check. Use this as a foundation to commit something. Ready, my sword man.
Doesn't he share symbols with Anakaris?
Yes, he shares all.
Have fun with re-readying character cards, people.
Sure, why not?
All right. First off, we got, let's make this a fair fight, which from what I'm understanding, this is one of the big ultra rare cards to go after out of this set. It's 2 for 4, +2 mid-block. Form, commit one card in your opponent's staging area. And then response after your opponent plays an ability that would draw any cards to their hand, draw 2 cards, and discard this card from your card pool.
Yeah, this card's cool. I mean, I like the idea of it just a hard commit.
Yeah.
Like it's great to have. I'm just gonna play this and we're gonna go from there. But the response cycle, it just cycles. You're just like at 2 for 1s. You're like, all right, I'm gonna play a add effect or a draw effect. All right, respond. Draw 2, clear this from my pool. Like you just cycle the card and gain 1. Yeah. It can be really helpful.
Really, really like it. Again, guys, if you are a new player watching this, committing the opponent's character during your combat phase is just absolutely detrimental to them.
Oh yeah.
I cannot tell you that enough. Their character being sideways, unless it's some goofy thing that lets them do something while they're sideways, it's just going to cripple them. So this is a really
I'll say the big thing though out of this. Everybody has to think that once the next two sets come out, we start seeing KOF disappear, and KOF has a lot of things everybody uses, like in all their decks, like especially like there's been no Kuga replacement since Kuga came out. This is a great Kuga replacement.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like it better on an action, just like commit.
Yeah, people are going to probably be scrambling when KOF starts to go, because KOF not only has been in the format for a long time, but it has a lot of answers for a lot of different cards.
Yeah.
So, like when that starts going, it's going to be very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Fire Slash. It is a 5/3, no block, 4 high for 6. It's a weapon, and then enhance. Reveal one weapon card from your hand. This attack gets +3 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, this is pretty much, and I'm gonna say it, Fishmon, but this pretty much is a really good opener. This is gonna force the block, because if you have anything with weapon in the hand, it doesn't matter what. They're staring down 4 high for 9. That's just going to be okay. Block or okay, take maybe a fourth or third of your life, and in some cases, depending on who we are, half your life. And this is just a common. And like Jesse said earlier, Nightman, these are very strong commons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing your opponent gets out of this is an information of one card in your hand, and you can just show that 0/5, no block. Or share an asset that you were going to block with, or share another copy of this card. They're none the wiser. So, good card. Next up, we have Flame Sword. For difficulty 3, +2 high block, 4 low 4. Stun 1, weapon, combo weapon, with the combo enhance of pitch 1 weapon card, draw 2 cards.
Card's great.
Yeah, this is another big money card.
This is it's a money card, not on the, because it just fits into decks.
Yeah,
like the stun 1, like it just builds itself. Like if you're like I want to play Order Raiden with weapons and just be like blah blah blah, like just finding ways to dig for more cards, and this is great.
Yeah, I mean, this is an auto include for anytime you want to build a weapon deck that can share symbols with this.
Yep.
It goes in immediately.
I agree.
All right. Plus the low, so that's gonna be a bet for them. This could realistically go into White Jacket. Well, maybe not White Jacket Kyo, because there's not a lot of fire stun weapons. He's still better off Chaos. So never mind. Next up, we got Quake, which wasn't Quake an ultra rare at one point.
Quake was a common. It got moved to uncommon.
Okay, then.
That's all.
Quake was a 4/3 +1 low block, 2 mid for 5, Desperation 3 range and stun 1, and an enhance of discard 1 momentum. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. You may add 1 weapon card discarded this way to your hand.
This card's fine.
Yeah. It's got a bit of dig. If you're building the deck correctly, you're going to be able to run into just about anything you want.
You should be able to find it. You should be able to find a weapon. Like if you built a proper order weapons deck, you should be able to activate this and just go find weapons.
Yeah, I mean, this is, and guys, you also got to keep in mind, since weapons can be on anything now, you're not just digging for a weapon, you're potentially digging for that block you need.
I mean, the only weird thing about this is this card is not a weapon.
Yeah.
It is just ranged. That's the only odd thing about this, so.
The reason for that is this is part of his actual fight sequence in the game.
Oh, this was a weapon. Like, you just like, oh, I have free momentum. Play Quake. Oh, find a Quake. Play Quake. Find a Quake. Like,
yeah.
That could happen.
Yeah. As a reason why it's not a weapon, this is actually in his actual stage, I believe, during the halfway
Yeah.
point of the fight, where he's dropping these things, and then when they hit the ground, if you don't jump, your character's stunned.
Yep.
So that's what that is. Plus, this rules a +1 low block, which those are always appreciated. All right, we got Hidden Behind the Flames. 3 difficulty 4 +3 high block weapon. After this card is discarded during an attack, that attack gets +2 or -2 speed.
Yep.
And then first form, remove. Your opponent has 10 or more foundations.
No, it has more than 10.
More than 10, excuse me.
Yeah.
More than 10 foundations, your weapon attack gets stunned 2 for the rest of the turn.
Yep.
Weapon attacks, that's even more important. So first form, if they built a whole bunch, congratulations, you were that goofy, silly stun 2 my deck for that turn.
Yep. Going old school.
Oh, yeah. I like this. You can pitch it for a speed boost.
Mm-hmm.
Not really too much bad to say about this. We understand why it rolls a 4. Nope, it's still good. I would probably play this at a 2 of if I have to. You got anything else on it?
Let's see here. I think it's just a great card. But it's a 2/4. It's a 3/4. That's fine for what you're getting out of it.
Okay. Nothing personal. It's a 1/5 no block spam. Response destroy after your opponent plays an ability on one of their foundations or asset that is played at least twice this turn. Commit that card.
It's a okay. Everybody's gonna kind of go back and forth on this card, but it's really good. I like this card a lot on repeat abilities, like repeat enhances. Like flawed power core. There's actually a lot of them coming out of this set too. They're just like every enhance do this effect, and these just shut those down. Like it's not a 4x, but it's like probably a 2 of. You should think about like it should be somewhere, or it's in your sideboard.
Yeah, this is sideboard or a 2 of them in your spam area. Next up, we got Split Body. I believe I don't think we covered this one before. Have we?
Yes, we talked about this one before.
Okay.
It's now a 2/4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is 2/4 +4 mid block. Kind of gross, but we'll see why. Unique static effect of after you block an attack with this card, it deals no damage during the damage step. So it's an omni block.
Yeah.
And then form commit reveal 2 weapon cards from your hand, draw 1 card. I'm
dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb, but at the same time, I really don't want to give away 2 pieces of information just for a draw when we already have better draw engines anywhere else in this deck.
I mean, you're not going to comment like what was that one card from Tekken that got banned? I forgot about completely.
Searching for Family.
Yeah, was that reveal 2 kicks, draw 2, or 2 kicks, draw 1?
I thought it was pitch a kick, draw 2.
Search for Family. Reveal your hand. If you reveal at least 2 kicks, draw 2.
Yeah.
And I think you got to route it to unique at some point, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, this is perfectly fine. I will show 2 weapons to draw a card in the right situation.
Now, here's my personal opinion on this. And this is going to be very unpopular, so you guys feel free to leave this in the comment section. I feel that Omni Block should always be a +4 mid block because they are so powerful. Because you prevent everything with them that they need some sort of handicap, and I think the +4 mid is perfect.
I think it depends on what the card does. Like, I compare this to. All right, so let's compare it to the other major omni block in the game, which is Peaceful Messenger. That's a 3/4.
I thought you were going to say Leaf Shield.
No, I like Peaceful Messenger because it's a foundation.
Okay.
And Peaceful Messenger, let's just give me a second here because I don't play Peaceful Messenger very often, so I have to sometimes double check myself so I don't sound like an idiot. That's a 3, and that's you're playing a 3 difficult. It's a 3/4 with a +3 mid, but its ability is strictly +2 speed or +2 damage. This is reveal 2 cards, gain a card, and it's unique, but it's a 2/4. I'll give it because of the symbols. I would rather it be a 4 diff, a 4 on the a 4 block modifier.
At least a 3 or 4 for anything that's
going to... yeah, there should never be... If an Omni block exists, it's low, it should be on attack. Yeah. That's it. There's nothing else. Like a permanent, like a foundation asset, they can't have that.
All right. Moving along, we have Stolen Sword. How Wiley got this out is beyond me. Because, the bot he built had to have anti-grav built into him just so he could move. This 2/5 +3 mid block. It's also a weapon. Stack ability: after you play this card, your opponent commits 1 foundation. That's just amazing on its own.
That's if you play it as a foundation or as a block.
Yeah.
This is good. That's a really good card. And then you can continue. Sorry, I just wanted focus on that part.
You reveal 1 weapon card from your hand. The next time you play a weapon foundation this turn, add it to your staging. That's even better.
Yeah.
Because, that just means you can get those like 0/1 spams, and just each turn you play an attack, 0/1 spam, free down. Play an attack, 0/1 spam, free down. Play an attack, 0/1 spam, free down.
Yep, I agree.
So this is really, really good. This card just in general is fantastic. Why is this common? I have no idea.
Good.
All
right. Let's move on to my guy. Well, it's not really I like him. I like his support. Tengu Man, 627, air, life, water, E-commit. Your attack gets +X speed and +X damage and +X speed. X equals 4 minus the lowest control on a card in your discard pile. And response: discard a card. After you check a 1, that check gets +2. Playable while committed. I think he's going to be a really good my replacement if you want to play Tengu Man like at full end. Like once my rotates out of the format, this guy's going to be a pretty good life character just to be like go truck mode with.
I'm just having flashbacks of the original Geese Howard stuff. You remember those?
Which one?
The old Geese Howard stuff.
Oh, yeah.
His checks were just crap, and the best you could do is couple them up to 4s.
Yeah.
All in all, I like his stuff. I like that his damage pump is not dictated by something in the card pool. It's anything in the discard pile.
Yep.
That's very, very helpful. He has air, so he has a lot of ways to stand himself back up. Ready him. I'm using.
He'll be interesting. He will find his place eventually, I think.
I think thankfully he is coming in and Red Horizon 1 is leaving, because I do not want to see a deck with him with Hand of a Tyrant in it.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Other than that, no, very solid.
Yep. All right. Feel my power. 3 difficulty, 4 check, +1 mid block action. Sorry. E. Both players' next check to play a card this turn is a 6. No control check necessary. Draw 2. This card's okay. I like it in certain situations, but I'm not sure how much I like it. I have to play with it. Like, I could see where it could be really good, and I could see where it's kind of meh. I liked it at cycles. Cycling's always good.
I would say this is probably the only really solid matchup for this card is if you're sitting across from a Tomahawk Man.
It doesn't clear when you use it. You're just giving yourself a 6. You're giving both players a 6. It's 2. There are better ultra rares in the set, but maybe somebody will figure something out and it'll be amazing. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, let's move on to the next one. Unless you got something to say, Joe.
No, so this is pronounced
Kamatachi?
yeah.
Kamatachi. All right. 5 difficulty, 3 check, +2 high block, 4 mid for 5, desperation 4, ranged and safe. E, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is as a control of 1, add it to your hand. E, if this attack is blocked, ready 1 foundation that has not been ready this combat. It's a solid common. It's a good lead. You just like get out there, see what happens, see what happens in the fight.
Kama Itachi. That's what it is. It's Kama Itachi.
Kama
I
Itachi.
know what this is. This is cute. So Kama Itachi is notably those. It's a Japanese spirit, which is the sickle weasel.
Okay.
And the sickle weasels are usually those things that kick up like in the old. You see them a lot in anime, but they're like those little wind spirits that can cut anything.
Ah.
It took me a moment to how I was like, oh, it's Itachi. So, congratulations. King of Man is throwing out Razor Fairies.
All right. All right, my first favorite attack of this man. Tengu Dive. 4 difficulty, 1 check. +1 high block, 4 high for 6. Slam combo range. E, this attack deals damage. Add it to your momentum. E, combo E. Draw X cards. X equals 4 minus the lowest control of a card in your discard pile. Your objective with this card is to play it to then draw a bunch of cards and do insane things with it. I think this card's great. Everybody who thinks it's bad, I don't care.
So my question is do we put this in a Iceman deck or a Kim deck?
I'm playing this in a Iceman deck. I'm playing a Iceman deck with 8 2-checks and 4 2-checks and 12 1-checks.
So does Tengu Man and Iceman do the fusion dance? Do they become chill?
Oh God, that'd be great.
Like I can see they do it and just become Chill Penguin from X1.
Yeah, but oh man, I just love the idea of like Tengu Man just being this. Like, I just want to play Iceman and be like, oh, I'm gonna play all of the effects, like, because he has a great card in his foundation support that's response. If you check a 1, recheck, but you can go check the 1, okay, respond with Iceman, draw a card, recheck. Oh, free card.
Very, very good.
I like Tengu Dive. I think it's great. Just me. The ultra rare, even better. Tornado Hold. 4-1 +1 low block, 4 low for 6. Range reversal. After you check this card is checked in order to play a foundation, that check gets +2. Not bad, not a bad safety to have out there. If this attack were played as a reversal, ready 2 cards in your stage area that have not been ready this combat phase. Oh, I love this card.
Yeah. So with a 1 in the discard pile, that makes this an 8 low for 10.
With it's +3. It'll be 4 minus 1, so it'll be +3. So it's 7 low for 9 with him. As a reversal, great. I just like the idea of just launching this at people. It's gonna be so much fun.
It is. It looks really, really good.
Yep.
And oh, hey, you can put this in Raiden.
Yes, I have an idea of playing this in Raiden, possibly.
Okay.
All right. Arrogant and overconfident. 0-5. After you play this card, if your opponent has at least 3 more foundations than you, add it to your staging area. Can I say the rich gets richer, or is Sean copyrighted that?
I don't know.
I think this card's cool. It's an interesting spam. If you want to play zeros if you're playing this type of deck. So I like the idea of like playing a 0 diff foundation as my lead, and you went first, bring it down. I think that's a great idea. It's good. It saves me from possibly screwing myself over.
Yep. I pretty much agree. I mean, it's a good card. It doesn't need a block for the obvious reasons. It's fine.
Yep. Bird of Prey. This is a rare we've seen before. No changes were made to it. It's Bird of Prey 2 dot also because God, I can't remember his name. It was an attack from Soul Calibur originally. But it's a 3/5 +3 mid. First F, draw 1 card. If there are no cards with a control of 1 in your discard pile, discard a card. So this is a free cycle. It's either free draw a card or a free cycle every turn.
Not to mention, if you have somehow managed to not put that card you need in there, this lets you do it.
Yeah, you're just like, dig. All right, I'll pitch this one right now. Now it's free draw every turn. And then his other ability is response destroy before your draw step. Shuffle any number of cards with a control of 1 from your discard pile to your deck. If you are at like the last 4 cards of your deck, and you're like drawing almost a full. If you're drawing like 5 cards, you're a 7-hand. Say you're a 7-hand size character. You're drawing 5 cards this turn, and you have 2 cards left in deck. I am gonna shuffle in a bunch of 1-checks, or you shuffle in the right number and you just draw them. You're like, all right, response this, shuffle these in, draw my hand. I now have attacks for this turn.
Pretty good. Okay, so we have a couple of comments on the actual YouTube channel.
Oh.
Nathan Worthy says he could very much see Terry playing Night Crusher or any of Nightman's attacks for support. If there are 3 cards in the card pool, you can discard a foundation and get an average of 5 damage or possibly 6 damage.
Ooh.
Terry alone.
That's pretty good.
And then to your Dragon Flare comment earlier, Dan Austin says, block Dragon Flare and get a big reward. I think that's the sense of accomplishment of saying you blocked Dragon Flare.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, that's something to be very afraid of Terry running Nightman stuff.
True.
But moving on.
All right. King Army Recruit. 2/5 +3 high block. Commit. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Your attack with a printed control of 1 gets +2 speed. It's mill 5 for it's definitely a different cost option out there of milling 5 cards. But when you're trying to find an answer, you're going to find it.
My difficulty with this card is the fact that we have a card that lets us go ahead and discard, get a draw, and a discard.
Oh.
To get there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not comfortable with milling that much because then you potentially run into the problem of milling the checks you do need and then running into the 1-checks.
Here's why I'm gonna always say I heard these great words once of like because I play a lot of decks that like I play Raiden checks a lot when you're playing Team Kims. All I gotta think of is the card. I understand there's the crazy people who play this game on the math numbers, where like the possibility of doing this is X, Y, a certain percentage. I don't play percentages in UFS. I play to win, and if I think my deck is gonna give me what I need to win, then milling 5 cards at the right every time for +2 speed is what I'm going to do every damn time.
So what you're telling me is just Cervini, Heart of the Cards 2016.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be me and Giggles' team for nationals this year. It's gonna be Heart of the Cards. There's something crazy like that. We just need a third. We gotta find a hard third. So I'm paying way too much for this trip to not be able to win.
I was gonna say if I go down, but you actually want to win. So
yeah, I want a W. Giggles has one. I want one.
I would say if you give me a deck, I could probably do well with it. But
All right.
Moving right along.
Proud Nose. 1/5 +3 mid spam. Response flip. After you check a 1, recheck. No complaints on this card. It's good. It's good in the deck where you want to play this card. Like, for those people who have played Iceman and want to do something cool with Iceman, here you go. I mean, it's fun.
Looks like it.
Yep. All right.
Do you want this one, or do you want me to take this one?
How about I'll take Tomahawk Man. I'll take Tomahawk Man. Then, well, actually, no. You take Tomahawk Man because I want to do Turbo Man.
That's fine because I wanted to do Yamato Man anyways.
Yeah. All right. So
we're probably gonna need me to do Yamato Man with the amount of Japaneses in it, anyways.
True.
All right. So this is Tomahawk Man. You guys have heard me talk to death about him leading up to this point, so you already know my thoughts about him. He is a 628. He is Chaos, Order, and Void. First form, if you have fewer foundations than your opponent, your checks get +1 for the rest of this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then response, after your opponent makes a check to play a mid-block, the difficulty of that check becomes a 7. So they changed him a little bit, from what I understand.
I don't think they did. I think it's the same thing. Maybe, I can't remember. I thought maybe it was to all blocks, I thought originally.
No, he was always mid because remember, I was all hyped around the mature stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
It's his first form that got changed a little bit.
Pure
but maybe not.
Maybe I think it's exactly the same, Joe. I thought maybe he was going to get changed. Maybe it just ended up being too good. But I want to talk about my favorite card in the set, which is in his card pool, which is actually the next card we're going to talk about.
Oh, okay. So this is Unlimited Blade. We will not make the joke from Fate Stay Night. Please move forward.
Okay.
So, although we can get Ian McKellen to read the entire poem to summon the effect.
All right.
It's a 3 difficulty 4 +2 low block. Form removed from the game. For the rest of this turn, your attack gets flash.
Your attacks.
Attacks get flash. Excuse me. Right, I'm just checking something with him.
It's okay.
Okay, so it's response. So yeah, that still checks out. So enhance, if your attack has a printed speed of 2 or less, draw a card. After it resolves, you may add this card from your card pool back to your hand.
That is why this card is nuts.
Yeah.
I've been going through a list of every deck that I like playing right now, and especially on these symbols for a lot of my list. And when I figured out that one of my decks, I could do this to every one of my attacks. I could go play. Hey, let's go with my one that I have right now, which was play. Play a foundation with a mid block. Play like Tiger or whatever. Play Head Crush. Discard and draw. Play Unlimited Blades for 4. E. All right. I have a 0. I have a 2 mid. A 2 speed throw. Draw a card. 1 speed throw. Oh, I'll draw a card. Resolves. Pick it back up. Like, this card can value so much for you if you play it correctly. It's a low block. It's a +2 low. I'm really gonna find a way to break this card. Like, I can't guarantee I'm gonna find it, but I think it's there. Where this card, you can just play this card on every one of your attacks, and you just value draw. Like, you're just value drawing. Like, I would never play multiples of it. Like, unless maybe it's my first attack, I'll be like, play Head Crush for it's a 1/5. Play Unlimited Blades, draw a card. Play Unlimited Blades, draw a card. Attack resolves. Pick up both of my Unlimited Blades. I gained 2. I drew 2 cards for nothing, except that I am playing a certain speed attack, and with playing most throws, they have pretty low speed. I think this card's nuts. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it isn't. But I think it's nuts. I like free cards. Everybody likes free cards.
Yeah.
And especially because it doesn't say like face out. It's just any attack. So like multiples, they're free. It's a free draw. You're like, play this attack, multiple one. I'm like, play this on this, do the multiple one, pick it up. Multiple attack goes off. Do it again for the multiple. The multiple's printed as 0. Draw a card.
No, not in that logic.
Yeah. All right. Next one for you.
We got Feather Shot. For difficulty 3, +1 mid block, 2 mid for 4. Breaker 1 ranged. Enhance. If you have fewer foundations than your opponent, the stat gets multiple 2.
This card's pretty solid. I mean, it's in his style. You're just trying to push damage onto the board.
I definitely see what Sean was saying about so long ago when we last had him on about how hard it is to name attacks for Tomahawk Man and not be insensitive.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I'm actually very surprised Tomahawk Man's in the set. Like, it's one of those characters you're kind of like, you gotta be very careful to not like make an offensive. Like, it's tough.
It is. I mean, plus our choices were, we kind of got all the really cool ones from Mega Man 5 through 8. So, you know, I mean, the only other character I would have had in over him was probably Duo. But, you know, this attack's fine. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing really big that stands out about it other than with, if you can get the multiple 2 off, with Unlimited Blade, you get 3 more cards? Right, Jesse? Jesse, you have no sound.
Oh, I have no sound. Hi, I'm back. Which one of the originals, like, it was that Wily was not the bad guy, like out beyond the first, like in the later ones, there was like some king dude.
No, that turned out it was Wily controlling King.
Oh, okay.
It's like Mr.
It's always Wily. Gotcha.
It's like the Batman Kryptonite thing. It's like Batman's fighting Superman and he doesn't have Kryptonite. How does he win? He uses Kryptonite, but you just said he doesn't have Kryptonite. It's Batman. He always has Kryptonite.
Okay.
It's like it's Wily. Even when it's not Wily, it's still Wily.
Yep.
All right, so we got Silver Tomahawk. I know we've talked about this before because this card is just insanely godlike. So it is 3 difficulty 3, +3 high block, 0 for 5. Ranged and weapon. Enhance. If you have fewer foundations than your opponent, this attack gets stunned 2. And then response, your opponent makes a check before your opponent makes a check to completely block this attack with a mid block. The difficulty of that check becomes 5. So my real question is, why is that on there when he can do it himself at a higher difficulty?
I mean, it's good for other decks to play this card.
Okay. That makes more sense. I was sitting there thinking kind of in a box on this one, but no, we've talked about this before. This card is fantastic. You play it in either the Mature or what's her name?
Who? Mature? What do you mean?
Mature. No. Evil chick with the golden claw hand.
Oh, Schecter.
Schecter. Play that in Mature or Schecter in this, and you're golden. Now that Jesse mentions it, this would be very good in Lilith as well. Jesse, anything?
I'm good. I've already said enough on this card. I think this card's fine. It's one of those cards that's like, I'm good.
Tomahawk Slam. 2, 3, +3 mid block, 1 mid 3. Slam, and then discard a momentum. The stack gets +4 damage.
Damn.
Yeah.
You talk about a card that you can mess somebody up with if like you throw it at the end of a chain. There's like 1 for 7. Like 2 diff, 1 for 7. What do you got?
I need to look at something. Do this. Okay, crap. Oh well. Was looking to see if Joe could do this in any way, but no, this is still good.
Yep.
Moving up, we got Built for the Tournament. By the way, here's our League of Nations poster.
Yep.
You know, you really should have this, and you pick out Giggles and let Sean be in the background.
Oh my god. That would be the best thing if Giggles and I wanted teams. This would be our thing, alternate. We have like Sean is evil Dr. Wiley being Rochester CCG, and then it's like me, Giggles, and whoever else we play with, like in this art style.
No, you just Photoshop your heads over everything.
Just Photoshop heads in.
Yeah.
I think Jason will approve that. No, but it'd be fun. All right.
Keep the color scheme around. All right, so this is Built for the Tournament. 2/5 plus 3 high block. This is unique. Your attack, enhance your attack with two or less speed. Get stun 1.
Dumb.
And then response, discard a card after your attack with 2 or less speed is not blocked. Draw a card.
I like the filter effect. It's really cool, but I also like the idea. Like, this is a really good unique.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say about it to me. Like, this is just a very good unique card.
I feel that this is kind of really centered more around Tomahawk Man because most of the poke attacks we see actually have greater speed than damage for the most of the part, say for his specific stuff. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but, you know, the top part is just fantastic, and, you know, more filter is always a good thing. Do you have anything else?
Nothing. I'm just look. I just realized my cats are both like perfectly in frame behind me right now. UFS cats.
Let's stop stream to point out cats. Yay, cats.
All right. All right. On to
Cleaver Cutter. 1 difficulty 4, no block. Stack ability when this card is in your card pool. Checks to play attacks get +1, and checks to play blocks get -1. Then form, add this card to your card pool.
I'm gonna say I like this card as a build card. It's like saying this card has no progressive difficulty because it's just +1 to your checks.
Yeah.
But it has no value. I don't like the value of it. Like, it's okay.
I would say that this is a very pigeonhole card. You got to be building the card around the theme of the whole deck.
Yeah. I'm happy for one thing. It doesn't have symbols of Trinity Geyser.
Correct. The other thing I would say is this is probably just a 2-of card, because if you can do what you need to do correctly, they're not going to last but 2 attack turns if you got the string set up.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't have to worry about saving this card. The form just puts it in the card pool when you're ready to go and say go. So that's the other big bonus to this.
Yep.
Now we're on to Incredible Range, which this picture makes no sense to me. It says Incredible Range, but he is literally standing next to this tree. Like, maybe if it showed like a small glint in a circle of him and the tree was cutting in half, that would make more sense, but he is literally next to this tree. The name of this card makes no sense. Alright, anyway, it's nitpicking artwork aside. This is 2 difficulty 5, +3 low block. Enhance, flip, your ranged attack gets +2 damage, -2 speed. And then response once per turn. After your opponent makes a check against a difficulty of 7 or more, draw a card and discard a card. I like it for the bottom effect more than I do the top.
Yeah.
But I am a sucker for any card that works with really good synergy for the character itself, and this does. So I would probably run this at maybe a 3 of.
Mm. It's
Or
not
even
bad.
maybe, or even maybe a 2 of, since it's only once per turn. So not bad.
No,
Uh,
not at all.
Next up, we got solar powered, 3 difficulty 5, plus 3 mid block. Enhance your mid blocks, your mid attacks, excuse me, get plus 1 damage. It doesn't commit, so that's awesome. And then form destroyed, look at the top card of your deck, add it to your hand during momentum.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I could see this being splashed into a lot more different decks for the bottom form than I do the top. Anything else?
I think this is a really solid card. Just straight up, it's a repeat damage bonus. I like the idea that you can decide where that card goes. It's like, look at it. You don't have to reveal it. You're just going to look at it. You're like, oh, momentum or your hand. Like, which is perfectly fine.
All right, next up we got Go For It.
Turbo Man. Had to do it like that. 720. All life void. First F. Both players may add 1 foundation they could normally play from their hand to their staging area. Commit 1 foundation. If this committed foundation was added to your staging area this turn, your attack gets +2 damage and +2 speed. Vroom vroom. That is my start to this man. Vroom vroom.
So,
What do you think, Joe?
I don't like that you're giving them a resource with the first form. Enhanced committed foundation. The committed foundation was added to your staging area this turn. He's just okay in my opinion. I think the thing that bothers me is the first form gives them a resource as well.
I don't care. Like if they've already played attacks for the turn, and then they're like down to like a couple cards, and like they don't have to do it.
Yeah. I really just don't know what to make of them looking at them. Added to your staging area. I'm assuming he's going to have stuff that lets you commit cards in the card pool.
You're going to see. He has some really cool things.
Okay.
All right. So let's say his first one. Transform. 3/4 +2 eye block. F. Add 1 slam attack with difficulty of 4 or less from your discard pile to your hand. The next time you play a copy of that attack this turn, add this card to your staging area face down. This is now a face down foundation that has been added to your staging area. So you can use your effect, commit the thing you transform, this transformed action, and give it +2 damage. +2 speed, +2 damage. So, yep, that's the, I mean. And then response, after your opponent adds a foundation to their staging area during the combat phase, remove it from the game. There's 2 cards in the set that are very good against Ivor Hallful. This is the other one.
What was the first one?
There's another. It's in Gyroman support. We'll talk about it on the next cycle.
Okay. No, this card's fine.
Oh yeah. All right. Up next, Crash Drive. 4/3 +2 low, 5 mid for 3. Desperation 3, reversal, and slam. Discard a momentum. If this attack deals damage, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 foundation you could normally play among these cards to your staging area. Discard the rest. Dumb.
Yeah.
I love this card. This is my, like, I want to literally take every one of Turbo Man's cards and put it into a deck and start there. And then just add, like play like Life or All. And just be like, all right, you get Summer Heats, Revokes, this, you're all set. There's nothing else the deck needs. It's just like,
if they don't do something with Summer Heat because of all of our complaining by then. But yeah.
Don't care. Just want to value off of him. Like, I think it's just this deck has so much ways to value. It's great. And Now the money card. This is I'm gonna call this, I think, and after the set settles, this will be the highest price card in the set. Scorch Wheel, 5/2 +2 mid block, 4 high for 7 ranged. Attacks in your card pool do not count towards progressive difficulty to play this card. Gender male E. Draw 1 card for each foundation that has been added to your staging area this turn. I don't know what else to say. This card's going to draw 3 or 4 cards if you're playing the deck properly. Yes, it is kind of pigeonholed into the playing a lot of his support, but a lot of the sneak cards. But this card's so good. I just don't know what else to tell anybody. Like, you're just going to hurt people. Like, you're just going to play this. You're going to go like, F my ability, put a foundation down. Play transform, pick up an attack, play the attack, transform. You now have 2 added, and now you're using the first one for +2 damage. Play another one, play another attack, draw another, like put another foundation down somehow, like find another sneak way. Go Scorch Wheel. It's for 5. Draw 3. And then if you draw another Scorch Wheel, you're like, play Scorch Wheel for 5, draw 3. Like, there's gonna be a deck plan of thin your deck to Scorch Wheels and just try to get there.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I think this card's insane. All right. Any words about that or anything else?
No, I completely agree with you. It's synergized really well. I'm interested that he's looking for gender male stuff, but, he's...
It's just that means you have to be a non-female character to play the card.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
So what we're really saying is women can't drive?
We're not saying that. All right. On the next one. Turbo Slam. 4/3 +2 high, 3 mid for 5. Slam Combo Slam. Combo E. Add 1 foundation you can normally play from your hand to your staging area. For a common, for the stuff, 5 damage for 4 difficulty. I like it.
Yep.
I get to play a foundation without having to play it. I'm not complaining.
I wonder if this can go into that Athena Life deck.
I don't know. It doesn't play any other slams. Kind of tough.
I'm sure now that you have stuff that adds more stuff to your staging area for free.
God, that could be stupid now because of that. Yeah. You're right. Oh, man. Completely forgot about that. All right. Hi-Fi Stereo. 2/5 +3 mid unique. Gender male response, your turn, commit. After a foundation is added to your staging area, your opponent discards a card. I like this card. It's okay. It's not great. It gets a 1-shot discard, which won't complain about that at all. I don't know what else to say about it.
It's perfectly serviceable as a unique.
Yeah. If it was a unique, it would be insane. All right. The money rare of this set. Yeah, I might be calling on this card. No airbags. 2/4 +3 mid block. When committing cards to pass a check, committing this foundation counts as committing 2 foundations. So this card is beginner's luck already. That's what this card is. Like, and then after you commit this foundation to pass a check of a non-attack card, destroy it. This card is beginner's luck. Turned up a notch. Gained it's just insane. For all you who haven't played since the beginning, beginner's luck was beginner luck. Where is it? There it is. Beginner's luck was a 2/5 foundation, air, chaos, evil, with the same exact wording, except in old templating. But yeah, that card didn't have a block. This is a 2/4 with a block. This card's gonna be great. I will hype this card all day.
Well, as you should. Again, this card is extraordinarily good.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Petrol Power. After you play this card, if you have 3 or more foundations, add it to your staging area. Response. After this card is added to your staging area, your next attack this turn gets +2 damage. This card is built into his effect. If you're playing Turbo Man, you probably should be playing Petrol Powered. Because, like, I have 3 foundations. Play this, bring it down, +2 damage to my next attack. Play my attack. Use my enhance, +2 speed and +2 more damage. It sells itself.
So I'm still wondering where this committed foundation from the card for the staging area stuff comes in.
Okay, Joe, you're reading Turbo Man wrong.
Am I?
Okay, Turbo Man's ability is commit 1 foundation. If the committed foundation was added to your staging area this turn, your attack gets +2 speed, +2 damage. So, say like you do his effect. First off, I'm going to play a foundation in my card pool, into my staging area. Just bring it down. And then I go play an attack. Check's good. I then go Turbo Man's first E. I'll commit the foundation I put down with Turbo Man's ability. It has been added. The foundation has been added to my staging area this turn, so it gets +2 speed and +2 damage to my attack.
Okay, I was reading.
Okay, I see where you're missing.
Okay, back to this card. I like this card. It's good. Again, I love good cards that have good synergy with the character.
All right, we got Racing Rivals. There's a little quick man reference here. 1/5 +3 high. After you discard this card due to your opponent's effect, add it and the top card of your deck to your staging area face down. So if somehow discard becomes a thing again, you maybe want to play this card. And also discard a momentum, ready this foundation, playable while committed.
I was going to say, duo is still legal for a while.
Oh yeah, there's definitely people that can do stuff with this card. I like it. It's a good card. If people make me discard a card for they pay discard a card, I'm like, okay, I'll discard this card. I'll add it to my staging area and add the top card of my deck. I now gain 2 cards. Thank you. Oh, excuse me.
Alrighty. Next up, we got Yamato Man. Fire of the Wave Motion Cannon. Yamato Man is a 7 hand size, 19 health, all chaos water. Enhance, ready one of your opponent's foundations. Your attack gets +1 damage and +3 speed. And then enhance, if your opponent has no committed foundations, commit one of their foundations.
Yep.
Good solid character, love him to death. I know they changed him and gave him a damage pump?
They gave him a little bit more. Yeah, they gave him some damage to it.
Always a good thing.
Yep. He's cool. I like his feeling for the game.
Yeah. If I was still able to play, he would be my go-to guy. So we got Yamata Damashi or Yamata Soul.
Okay.
We talked quite a bit about this. Yamata Damashi is a 2/4 +2 mid block. After you play this card, you may discard it from your card pool or draw 1 card. Then response. After an attack receives a speed bonus, it gets +X or -X. X equals that speed bonus. X is damage, excuse me. And then response. After your opponent readies the foundation during the combat phase, add it to their hand.
This card's pretty cool.
I kind of feel like that last ability was added. Like, I don't remember reading
that I think that was there.
Huh. Just don't remember that being there for some reason. Oh well. Good card.
It does. Yeah, I like that it cycles. It does
Yeah.
effects and it cycles. I like the idea that it can stop. I like the idea that like it can control like things. Like you go, Yamato Man, ready a foundation, respond with this. Well, God, I hate how this works. As I might not be remembering how this works because it says after your opponent readies a foundation during the turn, you're readying your opponent's foundation, but they're the one who readies it. So I think they ready. I'll double check it, but if I remember correctly, if you go Yamato Man, ready one of their foundations, I think you can respond with this and bounce it back to their hand. I think I'm not sure, guys. I do apologize. It's one of those weird interactions of like, is your opponent ready it? Or are you telling them to ready it? It's a weird timing, and I'll have to double check it. But because it's working at a cost, not an effect. This game.
I know it.
I like the response. The other response, though, after an attack receives a speed bonus, it gets +X or -X damage. So it's an offensive and defensive card on that effect. It's like +6 speed to my attack. I'm like, okay, -6 damage, pitch it, draw card.
Alrighty.
On to the next one.
We have Ringu Yamato Supia.
It's pretty good.
Can't that one.
Yep.
So this is a 5 difficulty 2, 3 low, 6 high 6, multiple unranged and save. Multiple copies of this attack get saved for the rest of this turn.
If there is a way to increase the keyword on this card, I would love it. Like I think there's only one way to do it, and that's you have to play Hikaru. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But this is still a good card.
Yep.
I mean, it becomes a 7 high 9, 7 high 9, or no, 9-7-9-7.
Yeah. 9 high for 7s. So just like, here you go, 9 high for 7s. Eat.
Yep. Good card.
Yep.
Yamato Supia. 4 difficulty 3, +2 high block, 4 mid 4. It's a weapon. Enhance. If your opponent has more ready foundations than committed foundations, this attack gets +2 speed and +2 damage.
So this attack goes from a 4 mid for 4 to, let's say he does the effect, his ability. So it becomes a 7 mid for 5. And then you do this ability, because they now have more ready than committed. And now it's a 9 mid for 7. It's just like, is there a thing with the 9 mid for 7 plan with this guy? I like it.
That's cool. Not really particular numbers in Japanese, but you know.
I don't know. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah. Very good attack. Very solid. I really can't argue when a good card's just solid and good. So next up we got Yamato Suramu. 4 difficulty 3, +2 mid block, 3 mid for 5. This is a reverse on a slam. If your opponent has more ready foundations than committed foundations, draw 1 card, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So this is a good setup card for Furingu. Yeah, Furingu. This is just overall good numbers, good stat, good effects.
If you play this as a reversal, like the value on this card's so good. You're just like, if the situation's right, you are drawing a card and gaining like you're drawing a card or gaining momentum. I'm like, perfect. Looks great.
Yeah.
Can I do this? Can I say this one?
Sure.
Nippon Banzai.
Yeah. We talked about this card at length numerous times. This is 3 for 5, +3 high block. Unique. Form once per turn, your opponent flips 1 committed foundation. And then R, destroy before your end phase. If your opponent has more ready foundations than committed foundations, gain 3 vitality.
It's pretty cool. I like the F is just icy on the cake.
Yeah. And, if you're in danger, you have a somewhat reasonable save button. Don't always rely on this, though. But,
yeah.
Pretty good. Samurai Roboto.
Yeah.
I'm really trying hard not to think of that song.
Regato, Mr.
Samurai
Roboto.
1 for 5, +3 low block. Enhance ready one of your opponent's foundations. This attack gets +1/+1.
This card's really good in anybody.
Yeah.
Like a +3 low spam is so good that if you're willing to like give like ready the right cards, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna ready that.
This goes really, really good in either your Chaos or Water or Lilith builds.
Oh yeah. You're just trying to max speed. It's like, all right, max speed out. Good luck.
Yep.
It's a good replacement for the Luring Temptress.
Yeah, it is.
It hits 2 of the symbols on that card. It's a better block, and it's +1/+1 now.
Yeah, I mean, you lose Luring Temptress, I believe, was the 0/5, right?
It was a 0/5 +4 low.
Yeah, so you get a better block, higher difficulty, and damage added to it. So you're doing good.
Yeah.
Overall, great card.
Yep.
Senshi no Suchu. So Warrior of the Suncho. Super something.
Okay.
Super Warrior of the Super something. I'm not sure what Son is in Japanese. Outside of Goku's actual first name.
Yep.
Bit of Dragon Ball trivia. His actual first name is Son. Well, actually, no. Technically, that's his last name. Goku does have a last name. It is Son. Anyways, topic at hand. 2 difficulty 4 check, +3 mid block. After you play this card, your next check gets +2. Really good. Enhance twice per turn. Ready one of your opponent's foundations. Your next check gets +1. That's really good.
Yeah. I'm not sure where this card's good, where this card sits with me, but in multiples, this card gets really stupid.
I got to go back to that Lilith deck, stacking these +1 checks for free to just extend that string.
Yep.
I mean, if you have multiple copies of this out, that means you can get that +1 8 times.
Yep.
So, really, really good. Yari no Sujin. This is Spear of the Hurricane, Man of the Hurricane Spear, or roughly translated to that. This is 2 difficulty 5, no block. Form Destroy. If your opponent has more ready foundations than committed foundations, they add the top card of the deck to the card pool face down.
Yep. It's good.
Sets up harder blocks. You can play this in... Water Wily doesn't do the same thing as other what does, but this is still good in him. And then that's it. That's end of part 1.
That is end of part 1, everybody. We were going to be doing the other one at some point this weekend. It'll be recorded, I would hope, maybe even next week. I mean, we still got a while till the next set comes out. We might just do part 2 next week. Maybe. We'll figure it out. Either way, this part 1. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll be coming back with part 2. We have the Crazy Dr. Wily 2 dot. We've got 3 dot Mega Man. We've got Bass. We've got Napalm Man. We've got Gyro Man. I think that's
Slash Man. We forgot Wolverine.
Slash Man. And
we forgot Angry White Boy Robot.
Yeah. We forgot Wolverine. Well,
honestly, so far, set's looking good. some really good cards, very solid commons in the set overall. I think the next PTC is in September, and that's in Michigan.
No, we have Amsterdam PTC at the end of August, the final set of Red Horizon 1 being legal. Yep. Final one.
Yep, and then we got Michigan, and then in October you have Nationals.
Yep.
There's that. So we will see everybody next week. We will make an announcement on the Facebook page when we're doing part 2. As always, guys, leave us comments. I answer them. I enjoy talking to you guys on there. Like and subscribe us. I mean, it's nice to know that you guys are watching. We work hard. We've been working hard and quite diligently over the past 2 years for you guys. Despite the ups and downs, despite shifting from one game to another, we're committed to doing this for you guys as long as you want us. It's why we are the longest running.
We really are the longest running UFS vlog. I like to think so too.
And longest running and one of the best. So, we're 2 for 2, people. Yep. We are hitting that status quo. So,
all right, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Night, Joe.